G'day and welcome to Around the Grain Shed. We're glad you're joining us. And today is with me, Pastor Jody.
Thank you, Pastor Lamont. Hello, everybody. It's so good to have you with us. And we've got a few things happening. I honestly don't know if I'm up or down or coming or going this week.
Yes.
We did think that perhaps we'd have to have a second week in lockdown and no people in the church for Sunday services. But surprisingly, Monday we heard, nope, out you come to play.
Yes. So it's like you can have or you can't. You can have or you can't. So, but anyway, we have Sunday services and that's important. So we are back to what we had before, the snap lockdown for a couple of days. So we are allowed to have at least 100 people.
At most 100.
Yes, at least. For me at least, for them at the most.
Yes. So back to that, unless things change between now and then and anything is possible.
Yes.
So I honestly don't know which is harder, going into snap lockdown or coming out of snap lockdown quicker than what we were expecting.
A snap unlock.
Yeah, it was strange. It's taking a bit to get our heads around it.
Yes. But whatever happens, I was thinking the other day, I always say to people, God willing, because we never know what happens tomorrow. True. And you get that Latin word DV, which stands for Deo Volente, which means God willing.
Oh, that's what it means on your emails.
Yes, God willing.
Okay.
So in Afrikaans, we used to say, dear fear. I'll see you, dear fear. So I was thinking about that this week, and I thought to myself, that would actually be not Dio, but Dan.
Very true.
Dan willing.
Yes.
But we're not going to go down there. Sunday service, distraction. Sorry, people, distraction. But
so we do have the service.
We do have the service, and we do have something else afterwards
We
too.
do. We're very excited. Yes. Of course, we can't meet in one another's homes or anything like that still. So we've got our lunch on after the service. Yes. So if you'd like to stay, chat, talk to people, catch up, see what's going on, then we'd love you to stay and have the opportunity to have a bite to eat. And
So you can have your lunch pack then. We can have our lunch packs. I think it's going to be soup and some rolls.
Yes, so we'll provide that.
We'll provide all the stuff. You just come and eat, enjoy.
Yes.
And on top of that, I must also add, Jody, that I've started last Sunday with my series on the end times.
Very good one.
I really enjoyed, and when I read up more on this, I realize how many people have different views or points on small, insignificant points. Yeah. But I'm going to venture out in that direction and endeavor to teach as much as I can in a broad perspective, so that you at least have a good overview. I think a big overview is better than nothing.
Definitely. And it's such a fantastic series, and I encourage anyone that hasn't seen it yet to go and have a look. It is on our YouTube and our Facebook channels there, so please check it out. It's well worthwhile, and it will bring a lot of clarity to things that you may have avoided from reading in the Bible before. Because it can be misinterpreted or misunderstood.
Yeah. And a bit unsure of when you read all those symbols and symbolic language that are used. So this coming Sunday, I will start on the book Revelation itself. So remember last week I spoke on Matthew 24 and 25, talking about that again. A point in a point. Tomorrow evening is Thursday. So at 7:30, I have emailed out a Zoom link to everybody in church whose emails we have. And by the way, if your emails has changed, you must let us know, and your telephone numbers. Otherwise, we cannot communicate with you. And we would love to be in your face with cameras and emails and telephones that we can keep you in the loop. That being said, tomorrow evening is Thursday evening, 7:30. Watch your emails. There's a link. I'm going to talk especially on chapter 25 of Matthew, and how does that fit in? It's the parable of the wise maidens and the not so wise maidens, and how people sometimes interpret that with the church and link all kind of understandings of that. we're going to clarify that. So we invite you to join us tomorrow evening with that. Look at your emails and join us with that Zoom link, please.
Yeah, and that'll give you a great further
Yes.
background into what we'll be looking at on Sunday as well.
So then you'll understand how to approach Matthew 24 and Matthew 25, which is really the Olivet discourse about what Jesus sat on the Mount of Olives and spoke about the end time. So you have a good perspective of how Jesus brought it across to his disciples.
Beautiful. Looking forward to it.
Beautiful. Next on our list is
Father's Day.
Father's
Yes,
Day.
that is coming around quickly, and the more lockdowns we have, the quicker it seems to come. But don't forget, first Sunday in September, which I think is the 5th of September, Father's Day. If you'd like anything ordered out of the Coorong catalogue, then please let us know as soon as possible, bearing in mind that Sydney shops are closed. So I've been caught already with this one. It might say in stock, but that might mean that it's in stock in Sydney. It doesn't always come. So come and check out our Coorong stand if you want to on Sunday. But also, if there is something you'd like to order, then please get your order in as soon as possible so we can try and get it here by Father's Day.
What you're actually saying is sooner rather than later.
That is it. Yes, definitely.
Yes, sooner rather than later.
Yes.
But it looks like, in spite of all the lockdowns, slapdowns, and whatever we get, we just one celebration after the other.
We
So-
try to.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we have this coming Sunday we have lunch.
We do.
And on the 11th of September we have.
Yeah. So Saturday, the 11th of September, we're having our spring barbecue. We're going to celebrate spring this year and all things meaning spring. So I think we mentioned it last year. We had all of our blossom out in our driveway with our beautiful ornamental trees down there. And we would just love people to come, have a barbecue that night. We'll have a few kids' activities. We'll have tables and chairs out there.
Yep.
We'll have lights in the trees and just really celebrate
Beautiful.
spring and being able to come together at the church. We don't know what we'll be able to do with restrictions as far as in the home. So while we can, we'll meet at church. We'll have a prayer and it'll be...
It will be lovely.
It will, yes.
Yes, spring, very special time. I love autumn and I love spring.
Yeah.
Winter
The
can
promise
sometimes
of
be a bit
something
too
new.
cold and summer too hot,
Yeah.
but beautiful time for us to get together in September. You know what I forgot to say now that it falls in my mind? It drops in my mind like a big anchor, is Kids Church for Sunday.
Of course, yes.
Yes.
Kids' church.
Yes.
Back on.
Yeah, back on, full on, back on, full on. So bring your children on Sunday for Kids Church and they will love it because we have a beautiful program that we present to them. They learn a lot about Jesus and we have passionate people loving them and serving them. So bring your children for Kids Church this coming Sunday.
Yes.
And the Sundays after that when we have church here at the Grain Shed.
Yes. Now, we also have something else happening this Sunday. We have a lot happening this Sunday, really.
Yes, we do. We do. We have Bill Kemp being inducted as our new and first growth group coordinator. And on Sunday, we will, as growth group, appoint people, lay hands on him, we will pray for him and we'll bless him. And you as a church must be part of that. And we're also going to read to you maybe a couple of things that Bill is going to do as a growth group coordinator. So we want you to be an encouragement to him, be here. Remember, we have lots of space. I said lots of space. I know it's 100, but sometimes during this time, you get people, 25 people or 50 people or 60 people, and people don't always realize that there are a number of seats available.
That's right.
So come please and support us in this wonderful direction of our church. We have at least 10 small groups functioning, and we hope that having a coordinator will help us to expand those growth groups and grow beyond the capacity. And then on the Sunday after that, DV, you can say God willing or Dan willing, whatever you want. Dio Valente, Dan Valente. You're full of fun today. But
the
anyway,
wind's gone, sort of.
it must be the wind. Pollen in the air.
Yep.
But the weekend after this Sunday, we will have another induction of a special person. And we're not going to say anything, But we want you to come and be blessed by that. That's going to be a surprise, and I think you're going to be really enjoying that. So next Sunday. Anyway.
It's hard not to smile.
Yes.
That's a secret. You'll have to come.
Yes. You know what I like about this? The more we get pushed down, the harder we get up.
Yep.
It's that fighting attitude that we have here at the grain shed, is that we will not be stopped by circumstances. If we're out, we are out, and we get up, we get up. We don't stay down.
Yep.
I have a pastor's friend when I was a child. He used to say, as a child of God, the devil may punch me down or knock me down or push me over 100 times a day. Mm-hmm. But I always ask God to help me to get up 101 times. So it's not to be about being pushed over. It's about how many times you get up.
That's it.
And that is a Spirit of God thing in you. Sometimes we don't have the strength for that, Jody.
No.
We talk about that a lot.
Yep.
But when the Spirit of God just gives us so much strength in our life that we can get up irrespective of our own strength, because our own strength let us down. Yeah. And sometimes we just can call out to God, say, Lord, I can't do this anymore.
And we're not alone. No, we're doing Psalm 23 as a study in our growth group at the moment. And one of the really, it's such a well-known psalm. We all just about know it word for word. But one of the big things for me is no matter what we go through, we're not, and we go through the valley of death. Yeah. And God's with us. He doesn't just push us in and say, there you go. He doesn't promise that we won't go through it.
Yeah, if you don't bypass it.
Yeah, we go through, and He goes through with us. And this, I encourage anyone to just really dwell on those words in that psalm so much.
Psalm
if you'd
23.
like to look at the study, then it's a marvellous study, because it just really makes you go back to those basics of knowing that God is there with you. And it really has lifted my spirit just looking at this. And
amazing what the Word can do.
Oh yeah, it certainly is.
Well, that is what's happening around the grain shed for this Wednesday. And we are praying and hoping that you will find in your heart to be part of most, if not all, of those activities wherever you can. So we just know that we, staff here at the grain shed, is that we love you, we care for you, and we pray for you.
Yeah.
And don't feel alone. Reach out to myself, Pastor Jody, to whoever you have confidence in. And we're going to win this victory for Jesus. So keep your focus on Him, who is the ultimate and the only goal in life. And that is Jesus. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Bye-bye.